Welcome to teacherpreps.com. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of life sciences to help you ace your teacher certification exam. Let's explore the structures, functions, and intricate processes that sustain life on Earth. First up, single-celled organisms, the simplest form of life. These tiny powerhouses like bacteria and protozoa perform all life processes within one cell. They have a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and genetic material. Some even sport flagella or cilia for movement. Contrast that with multicellular organisms, which range from the fungi under your feet to the birds above. These beings have cells organized into complex tissues and organs, each specialized for tasks like absorbing nutrients or oxygenating blood. Now, let's shine some light on photosynthesis. This process is not just about plants turning sunlight into energy. It's the foundation of life, providing oxygen and food to almost every ecosystem. Chloroplasts in plant cells capture sunlight, sparking a series of reactions that transform water and CO2 into glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis happens in two main stages: the light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle. In the thylakoids, sunlight splits water into oxygen, while in the stroma, CO2 is turned into glucose. It's a beautiful, life-sustaining cycle. Switching gears, let's talk about cellular respiration, where cells turn nutrients into energy. Mitochondria play a starring role here. They're like cellular power plants, breaking down glucose to pump out ATP, the energy currency of the cell. Understanding life cycles, from butterflies to frogs to mice, reveals the diverse strategies organisms use to thrive and reproduce. Whether it's metamorphosis or direct development, life finds a way to continue across generations. Now, let's classify life. In taxonomy, we categorize organisms based on shared traits to better understand their evolutionary relationships. From bacteria to plants and animals, each group has a role, especially in food chains, where energy flows from producers like plants to consumers like deer and wolves. Lastly, genetics and heredity. These are the blueprints of life, dictating everything from your eye color to your risk for certain diseases. Understanding genetics helps us grasp how traits are passed down through generations. Genes are the blueprints of life. These segments of DNA reside on chromosomes, long strands wrapped around proteins, and are found in the nucleus of every cell. Each gene holds instructions for making proteins that determine everything from your hair color to your height. Now, let's simplify Mendelian genetics. Gregor Mendel's experiments with pea plants laid the foundation for understanding how traits are passed down through generations. His law of segregation tells us that each organism carries two alleles for each trait, which separate during gamete formation, ensuring each gamete carries just one allele per trait. To predict how traits might pass from parents to offspring, we use a tool called the Punnett square. It's like a genetic puzzle, showing possible combinations of alleles from the parents and helping us foresee the traits of their children. Moving on to natural selection, nature's own method of ensuring the survival of the fittest. Variations in traits, which are often genetic, can influence an organism's survival. Over time, these advantageous traits become more common, leading to adaptations that are finely tuned to specific environments. Humans have harnessed a similar process known as artificial selection, where we choose specific traits in plants and animals to cultivate. From the juiciest apples to the fastest racehorses, selective breeding allows us to enhance desirable traits over generations. As future educators, how can you bring these complex concepts to life? Engage students with inquiry-based learning, encouraging them to ask questions and conduct experiments. Use age-appropriate resources and integrate technology to make learning interactive and fun. Utilize digital tools and online resources to create a dynamic learning environment. Platforms like Google Classroom and Kahoot not only make learning more interactive, but also help in assessing student understanding through quizzes and interactive games. Assessment is key. From formative assessments like quizzes to summative assessments like end-of-year projects, ensure your methods cater to diverse learning styles. Incorporate performance-based tasks that challenge students to apply their knowledge in practical settings. Want to make sure you're totally ready to pass your teacher certification exam? Log into teacherpreps.com and take the life science practice test now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.